Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube and stream on YouTube as well. Let's get into more tips and tricks for Don't Starve Together as we dive deeper into what other cool things we can do in this game for beginners and just for anybody in general. Well, let's talk about pigs, shall we? Why are pigs so cool? Well, we'll get into that in another video. But pigs are very useful, and the question is, why or should I relocate the pigs? And of course you should. Around the map, you're going to find multiple little pig houses just littered everywhere. Sometimes there's going to be a lot inside of a specific area, aka near the Pig King. Now, of course, you're going to find multiple just little pig houses just, sitting together as it is, but they're not very in a convenient spot. Of course, these ones are a little bit closer to my actual spawn area, so perhaps I want them to be closer to my house. So let's say, what should we do? Well, the options are endless of what you can do with these things. But let's start with what you should do, at least in my opinion anyways. So after enabling or deciding to enable creative mode, which I obviously you're not going to do, but no, let's start what you should be doing. You should be getting yourself none other than the trusty hammer. 3 twigs, 3 rocks, and 6 grass will get you none other than the hammer, which will make everything so much easier for bringing things around. Before we talk about anything further, though, if you want to know how to actually do this properly, start to finish, in a full year of Don't Starve Together, I do showcase how to properly relocate, gather all the twigs, gather all the grass, which essentially is pretty simple by just walking around. Rocks you can use for obviously mining the boulders that are anywhere after getting yourself some flint and making yourself a pickaxe. But let's keep going down the line. Once you decide to make yourself that handy-dandy, trusty little hammer, you then take said hammer and you will smash up the pig houses. Now, before we do this, I'm going to show you the cost of what a pig house would naturally cost, as I already have it mapped out right here. It would be 4 boards, 3 cut stone, and 4 skins, aka pig butts I like to call them, that you would be required to make a new set of pig houses. The trouble is, when you decide to smash up anything or deconstruct anything in Don't Starve Together, you get, that's right, half the value. So essentially what Clay does is they say, okay, you're going to go ahead and relocate that, fine. But you're only going to get half the resources. You're going to get 2 boards. You're going to get, rounded up, of course, 2 cut stone, and you're going to get 2 pig skins. So essentially it takes 2 pig houses to basically relocate to make 1. So that is why you got to be a little bit cautious when you decide to do this. The other thing you got to be extra worried about is this. Walk away for a moment, and perhaps your pig that is so nice to you decides to do something a little bit odd. And that is basically, this one already ate, but there you go. It's going to eat the other pig skins or pig butts. So you got to be a little bit worried about that. So perhaps you want to kill the pigs first before actually going through the process of chopping their house down. The other thing to worry about is if you're playing any characters that might resemble some sort of a monster, Weber, Wartox, Wormwood, etc. Sorry, maybe not Wormwood. I'm confused. I think it's Wormwood. Anyways, if you're playing a character that doesn't resemble, or does resemble, I should say, a, monster inside of the actual constant, pigs do not like them. So pigs hate spiders. We know that. Pigs hate Wartox, we know that. So on and so on and so on down the line. So you got to be a little bit cautious if you decide to play one of those characters and go around smashing up pig houses. But, and I say but because we're obviously going to be getting butts, when we finally do manage to get said resources, we can go ahead and use all of those to then relocate and put the houses closer to our base. The useful reason behind this is because of multiple different things. One, I don't want to be traveling far in and far out in order to actually get myself, the uses that I'm going to out of the pigs. One of those uses are essentially making yourself a little pig farm. I'm going to save that for another video because I think this video should be focused on relocating and how to relocate pig houses. I don't think I want to jump too further into how to get pigs to basically, be a pig farm, turn them into werepigs, etc., etc. But as time goes on, I will showcase those videos as we get further and further and further down, the architecture and essentially the difficulty in Don't Starve Together. I really want these videos to focus on helping beginners and other people that have always wondered what to do in Don't Starve Together. So let's just keep that for now. And as time goes on, you will see more in-depth videos regarding these things specifically. But that is how you relocate pig houses. So go ahead and move them over, but be cautious about the resources because, as I mentioned before, it's not the easiest thing to just take down everything that you want and relocate them. You're going to be left over with a few pig skins. But one of the bonuses about pigskins is the fact that you can essentially craft one of the most useful set of armor, and sometimes people might disagree, but one pigskin and one rope, yeah, that's right, 3 grass, will warrant you one single helmet that can help you basically protect against, any type of foes. So just keep that in mind. But I wouldn't suggest using a ton of the pigskins as they are limited unless you start your pig farm. And that is exactly the reason why I'm showing you today how to relocate and move pig houses. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.